Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine. I know it's been a long time. However, I have been going. I can hear the song with Patty, but it's been a long time to find this place. It took a long time to be happy. It took a long time. So it's been a long time. Doing a lot of things as far as in the 3D. I had to help my parents move their stuff into my place. Things with the divine masculine, with him adjusting to the energies, this new moon, the last moon, the every moon. Top of my head keeps scratching and itching. This is here, my crown chakra, a lot of activation, a lot of movement back here that's been going on. In top of my mind, seeing things changing, one eye jumping all the time, right eye, seeing different things, eyesight changing things. So I know Patricia Mcnealy was like, you're leaving this dimension and you're going into others. So when I feel tired, it's like today, I just felt like I needed to crash, and I did. A lot of things. I can feel him and the twin, my divine masculine self, merging. Pretty much so, just trying to help to make sure to find balance as we do that merge as well. So it's been a lot of things going on. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm going to get right on into it. I've seen a lot of things that I had wanted to kind of get into. Ooh, I popped it. Wonderful. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, that's been going on. Getting all that stuff out of me. But just really with the divine feminine, real sweet and short, just keep on working on you, purging, forgiving, getting rid of a lot of stuff. I did have a dream, and I seen a dream like a lot of divine feminines like going to the washroom. So that means a lot of purging and getting rid of some things. I can't remember the rest of it because I was like, I'm gonna get on. I don't remember. I ain't gonna write this down. It ended up I didn't similar, but that was the gist of it. It was just saying we just gotta really get rid of and purge a lot of stuff. Before I went to sleep and I woke up here for the nap, I was seeing something with the divine masculine. It was pretty much him tinkering with this lift on the side of my house and going up and down, and he wasn't getting on. And I said, why you keep on playing with it? He's like, I want you to come out because I want to give you this gift. And so he gave me some kind of gift or something in this car. I was looking for him and I couldn't find him. He was like a couple of cars up, and he gave me the gift, whatever it was. And then next thing, I flashed out. I was back in my house on the top floor again, and I looked out the window in the darkness, and I seen the divine masculine with the karmic going out into the like the wilderness, into the darkness. And I was like, I thought he was supposed to be coming back or something like that. So it seemed like, some of the divine masculines, if they're in some karmic situations and some things that they got to really kind of go into the darkness to kind of still work out. He did take time out before. It looked like he's like, I want to talk to you first before I'll go do what I got to do and to this whatever secret mission in the dream. And, he's like he wanted to get lift off, but he couldn't. I hope I'm saying this right, John. You go on and interpret it. But this is what because I asked myself, I said, give me the dreams and for me to be able to interpret my own dreams too. So it seems like he's, like trying to come home, but he's tinkering with the idea about getting lift off to go to the next level on this lift. And, it's like, I'm like, come on, because you're making a lot of noise out there on the side of my house. Like, you can hear the sound of the motor going, and I'm like, what the hell is you doing? Is you going to do this or what? Stop playing around with the daggone thing. And so, that's what I'm kind of sensing with some of the divine masculines is in these karmic situations. It's like, when he was with me, it was light and bright. But then when I seen him with the karmic running off into that, it was darkness. And that's pretty much what I was seeing through that dream. So if you can interpret or you see something else as a message that I'm missing out, just kind of let me know. Okay, because I don't want to ramble on. I kind of want to get this so we can make sure. So let's just see what are the energies. What are the energies going on? Oh, I forgot my please tell me you just feel where I can get you. Thank you. What is this current energies, intentions? What's going on? What is it bringing us as far as intentions? Clear? It's been a long time to find this place. It's been a long time to be happy. Do, 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 do. Okay. All right. It's the same card. So, I mean, like every time. So, the universe keeps on saying that's that remediation plan. Like, okay, you still got to work on this. So, the dream. What questions would you ask a fortune teller? So if somebody could tell you about your future, what things would you, as far as your dream, what things are the things that you need to kind of focus in on? I look upon that as it pretty much saying that, you know, what are the real essential things that you should be focusing in on at this point as far as making this dream come true? Grow. What are you working towards that you could use help on? So when we're talking about this dream, which will be this visit of having union with you in the divine masculine, or you being on this mission or this purpose, what are you working towards, and how, that you could use help with? That's helping you is saying your growth. So we're still growing, we're still dreaming, we're still visioning as far as where we need to be as divine unisouls. So let's look at some of the current events that is either clear, occurring or about to occur, that's going to kind of help us, steer us with that in that area. Whoa, I don't want to get out this position. But I might have to. Oh, okay. You shot right on out there. Ooh, unity and 10 of fire. Sandophon. Traditional viewpoints and methods. Spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Okay, so with that, what it's pretty much telling us is that in order for us to find these key essentials, something's telling me, say, sit down and just ask your higher self. The fortune teller, thank you, is the higher self. So sit down and ask your higher self, what are some things, 3 things, it's saying 3, I like the number 3, as far as me getting on this dream, pretty much focus in on one thing. Is it your vision? I mean, is it your mission? Is it your purpose? Or is it your, with this twin flame journey, okay, or this twin unisoul, this unisoul, divine unisoul journey? 3 essential questions that you're going to ask yourself as far as, you know, your higher self, as far as what do I need to know? What are the things that I need to be concentrating and focusing in on? Because according to this, what came out is that we need to concentrate on your viewpoints, your methods, what spiritual organization, what do you think as far as in your soul group, I would say, that you belong to, also who are you associating with, also in your 3D world, that's really feeding your spirit, and then also seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Again, that goes back to soul group again, and then also being a part of the, as we say, the twin flame community. How is that also affecting you as far as you getting help, and as far as you also reaching whatever this dream that you have or this goal that you have to manifest? Again, it's going to bring upon unity, and it's got the number 5, which means it's going to bring about some form of change. 10 of fire. Again, too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. That is right now what you need to, I would say with the growth card is, don't overwork yourself. Just like I said with me, the crash and the burn kind of thing. Make sure that in some ways that you are seeking out times when you need to kind of rest when you're supposed to. Also ask out and reach out helps from other people as well to help you, either your ancestors, the angels, your guides, your ascended masters, as well as while you're on this walk as well. Life is kind of out of balance. That's collectively for all of us, that we kind of deal with things because, again, with the energies that's coming in, we're getting a lot of downloads coming in. It's a lot of movement going on with different chakras, opening, closing, new ones forming, all those different things. And we've got to kind of learn different ways of how to deal with that stress and how to get rid of those energies as well. Okay, so that's really kind of going on with us. Let's look at now as far as with the divine feminine. Let's look at clear what's going on in the heart space. Let's do a check-in and see what's in the heart space. Matters of the heart in our divine feminine energy. And with the divine masculine, no, they're going all different ways, but you kind of like this. It's okay. Got to take it this way. Okay. Let me clarify us on that on the for real. Clear. Okay. Okay, so now with the divine feminine you have here, your divine feminine energies, we have getting to know each other in reverse. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Right now the divine feminine say, I'm not really at the point that I'm really revealing myself. Right now what I'm doing is pretty much, it said I'm in chill mode, okay? Just kind of really reserved. And it was clarified by the card of observer. And that's what I'm thinking. You know, it's like really right now, I'm observing some things about the divine masculine in the 3D. I'm observing some things about myself as a divine feminine in the spiritual and in the 3D. So right now, I'm just, like I say, I'm in a chill mode. I'm chill until the next episode. You know, just like what's going on right now. It's got the fox here, so you're really starting to be very clever. Someone is telling me, saying you're also becoming more wiser about things. It's like, you know, it's not like I'm gonna get, as the kids used to say, I'm gonna get froggy, which means I'm gonna jump at everything. Right now, it's just like, you know what, I have matured. I'm not kind of going to keep on popping off at things like that so quickly. I'm going to kind of really pick and choose my battles. I'm picking up this saying. And so, you know, that's kind of really where we're at right now. It's just really right now you say, I got so much on my plate in some ways, or you saying, again, like I say, stress, over too much work, things that you're doing in the 3D, moving some things material-wise or even spiritual. Is to me, it's like right now, it's almost some, it was like some people say, boy, I ain't even studying you. So right now you're not kind of really concentrating on the divine masters. Like I'm looking, you might be observing and waiting for some signs to tell you what to exactly kind of do, but you're not being proactive. You kind of being like, okay, I'm just seeing and just absorbing and just taking in right now. With the divine masculine, with the matters of heart here, we have attraction in reverse. You attract a romantic love by evolving. This is moment evolving. No, sorry, can't read another time. Side down. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. Attraction here is I want to say that really both of the divine feminine and divine masculine are doing the same thing. I can't make it to go the other way. You know, I usually get that fork of the road thing. But to me, it's just like it's not. It's almost like a magnet. You got, you repel and you attract. Okay, and so it's not repelling like he's saying I don't want it right now, but right now it's like he's working on some things because the time for a nap came in reverse. But then it's saying it's higher power. So right now it's like what the song say, please be patient with me. God is not through with me yet. So this is what I'm figuring. Right now it's like they saying behind the scenes we kind of working on some things spiritually with this divine masculine, the divine masculine energy. And it's just like right now you might find yourself, maybe if you're in communications with them, it's like they communicating but they kind of like barely, you know, it's like right now it's like I'm kind of reserving my energy right now because I'm dealing with some things. So really right now the divine feminine and divine masculine for this set, if you're on this channel and you're attracted to this and this resonates with you, it's a lot of inner kind of things that's going on with both sets of them. You know, he's changing some things. So the higher power is at play and it's working on. So that's why time to nap, I keep on picking up very strongly saying not time to nap, is like it's time to do some work, some inner work that's going on. So that's why I'm not trying to track anything. It's like another person say, I don't want to put a lot of extra, like I said with divine feminine, some more on the plate because right now I'm dealing with the stuff I'm already been served. Okay, with that we have also this could be the one in reverse. I'm not going to read that in the opposite. He knows that this is the one and that right now I'm picking up two things. This could be scenarios. He knows this could be okay, two things he's saying. This could be either about karmic situation, something dealing with saying that this could not be the one. This is coming up to play some matters of the heart with that. That's third party energy. Saying this is not the soulmate. Or also this also coming up is that he knows this could be the one, and that the twin flame right here, I call it when I say soulmate here too, is really being very prevalent on his mind. Did I pick out them other cards? Yeah, where's my other ones? The energy one. Let's see. Clear. Can you give me more clarification on this one? Thank you. We got broken heart in reverse. So right now he's trying to mend some things, mend this heart that's going on here. Okay. Can you give me some more divine masculine? What do you mean you trying to mend the heart? What does that have to do with these in these reverse? Well, strategy came in reverse. Now, this strategy coming in reverse could also mean that he is strategizing very heavily, or no, and this keep on saying, no, that's not what we said. Strategy is that, you know how it is, sometimes you just say, you know what, I'm not going to be active. I'm just going to really go with the flow in some kind of way in seeing how the universe is going to help me out. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't know what to do at this point. What is the right thing? Because I think the more I mess with it, this is what I'm hearing him saying, the more I'm fucking things up, excuse me in my language. So I really don't, that's how I know that's really him. I'm just like, I don't want to mess up no more than what it is. I gave my mother sometimes. She's like, I don't know how you do this. You got something that you have something as ladies. We have things and it's mechanical, and you was like, you know what? I try to tinker with it, but I think I kind of maybe need some help. That's like when we was moving. And my dad they were saying that we had to turn off the water because I was trying to take his refrigerator from his place and bring it over here so I could have me 2 refrigerators. And the water was still running, man. It was like, the water's still running. And so, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. It's up there. Anyway, so he was like, it's like the water's still running, the man that was coming to move us. And so then I was like, okay, Dad, we'll go downstairs and kind of go down there and turn the water off. So my dad was a janitor and engineer, but he kind of, over time, he's declining, so he's forgetting. So he didn't know how to turn off the water and came back up. And so he's like, well, I tried to turn it off. So the man was like, okay, well, we're going to try to see if we can disconnect this refrigerator from the water line that we got here. And so both of them, they was arguing back and forth. There's another guy that was helping out moving. He's like, no, that water's still on. I can feel it on here. Don't do no more. He's like, the water's still on. So he kept on. And so then he's like, man, did you say you turned the water off? And he's like, yeah. Dad's like, yeah, I turned it off. And so when it got through with it, the man had to, he just kept on loosening. He said, nah, don't do it no more, because water gonna spill every day going where. Don't do it. And so then he's like, yeah, it sure is. It's still on. So then he said, I told you it was still on. So they was asking Dad, they're like, do you know where the water thing? He's like, yeah, I know where the water switch is. He took him downstairs. He, the guy did it, and he turned off the water. That's the same thing, just like what the Divine Masculine is saying. He didn't tinker it around, kind of messed around with it. And then he was like, at this point, he gonna need some help. He think he knew it at the beginning, like he plays a role like my dad, but the angels know, and the guides and whoever else, other heavenly bodies and entities know that, okay, you gonna need some help, because you don't evidently know how to even turn this switch on or off in this situation. So we're going to have to kind of help you. So that's what he's saying about strategies. It's like, I don't want to really, I don't really want to do any more action or anything to it, because it's going to mess more things up. But he's saying at the same time, I do feel free. So that's why I kind of, like you said, I'm just going to let things flow. Just kind of let it kind of go on. And kind of let things fall into place. So this one came in reverse about this all tied up, about the situation, which is very interesting. So some kind of way he's finding freedom, and I'm feeling like a person that's kind of like 2 different things. Maybe if he's in this karmic situation, he's stating that, yeah, I am tied up in it, but some kind of way at the same time, I still feel free about it, because I'm like, I'm now got new goals, like the dream. What are you working towards that you can help? And it's like, in this, I know that this is not where I'm supposed to be, and I'm working on trying to really mend my heart, in some ways spiritually mend the divine feminine's heart, and I'm tied up in this situation, but I'm really not, because I'm feeling free to saying, you know what, and he's saying, I got options. It's other things. I might not know how I'm going to go about getting there to be with my divine feminine, but at the same time, and I'm saying this conversation with him at the same time, well, how you feel tied up, but you're free at the same time. It's just like, it's just like, this is not, I'm hearing him saying, it's like, this is not my ending destination right here. At first, before, when I was in here, I thought that this was kind of like, this is it, this is all for me, this is all that's out here for me. But now I know that this isn't the end of the road. Okay, like I had said before, with several of my other videos I had did earlier before, it was saying that, like, boys to men. So we come to the end. So we come to the end of the yet I can't let go. It's emotional. You belong to me, I belong to you. So that thing he said in that part, he can let go. He's not tied up like he was before. I will look into that a little bit more deeper into the next one. I'm gonna try to keep this under. Let's see what are some divine clear. What are some divine energies that the divine feminine needs to work with? And what are divine energies that the divine masculine needs to work with? Okay. All right, so the divine feminine, you got several energies you got to work with. God of transformation. Okay, so that means really finding ways with what you have and the energies and the gifts and talents and abilities that you have right now. Finding the way to take that and to change that into something divine. Okay, so we're transforming. We're becoming like that butterfly. And at the same time, I see this bird here, and I want to say it's like a bird like pieces. So when we transform ourselves, our main thing is for it to turn into peace, serenity. You know, like the prayer of serenity, grant me the things that I cannot change, you know, to just let things go. That's what I'm picking up with that. So we've got to really become one, find that, to me, I would say, find that serenity prayer and kind of work with that this week too, to help you to kind of transform some things, because I know I've seen in some videos they were saying like we got a divine feminine's got to kind of work with that control. We're still trying to control things in our world, and we kind of got to go with the flow, and that's almost reflecting back to what the divine masculine is going on with this God of unity. So that, remember, that was a card we dealt with earlier. We got to become Christ-like. We got to look at our traditional views. We got to look at our methods, our spiritual organ, what things that we link on or associate as far as in our spirituality, and then look for mentors and like-minded friends. Look at your soul group. This is going to help you also deal with this unity card here. God of unity, becoming Christ-like, forgiving. And that's funny, they say into this unconditional love. Again, how you're nurturing things in your world, 3D world, in your physical world, in the spiritual world. You know, becoming like a little kid, like a new mom. Some of us is giving birth to new ideas, new beginnings. When I see that baby, and you know, some of us is going to have to me this is looking like I don't know why I was looking at this for the first time, but it looks like I'm looking at this almost like twins, giving birth to the twins, and that's got to be done through unconditional love. And it looks like to me, when I'm reading this intuitively, is like this is the mother, like she just had twins, like I need help, you know. So I would say ask for maybe Mother Gaia spirit, and then also ask for somebody who's a divine feminine that's very wise, and that can also help you knowing how to care for and how to get into this unconditional love. Because again, this says grow. What are you working towards that you could use help with? And this, to me, when I look at this, really backs up and aligns with that card there, which is saying that, you know, look for ways to have, to be able to nurture and care for this unisoul journey, and look to somebody who's older, much wiser, some mentors that can maybe help you to say, okay, now this is what you do with the divine masculine twin, or this is what you do with yourself. Because remember, we're housed both energies, and so this figure here, whether it's Mother Gaia going out into nature, becoming one with those things, can help us really find ways of how we could nurture and develop more this unconditional love. Okay, and we've really got to practice that. I know that again, and I've said that, and I'm gonna keep on preaching that to understand divine feminines. We have some of you all, I'm not going to put myself into that, but some of us, and I'm not downing or judging, but I'm just saying I don't belong to that group. At this point, I say like my mother, my mom, I could hear her talk about it. Up until now, you don't feel that way, right? Because just like spirit, everything is constantly changing, everything is constantly different. But up until now, I am not feeling like the part is saying giving deuces with that. So, but although even though you do feel giving deuces, like I was watching King Trident's Tribe, the Divine Masculine there, saying, you know, even though regardless, we've got to still support that energy because they are a part of us. That's just like a child when they go out there in the world and they do something that is not of our liking. We don't cut them off. We love them. We like, okay, you know, you kind of out there on the limb, so-and-so stand or whatever, but, you know, I gave birth to you and I'm still going to love you. That's almost going back to that card. And so just like the Divine Masculine, I can hear some of y'all saying, I ain't getting no damn birthday, no damn 32-year-old man and doing all the damn stuff he doing to me. And so, you know, no, you didn't. But you got to remember that, again, before we came, we signed the contract that said that him at the age of 32, he going to act the knucklehead or the a-hole or whatever kind of way that you look at him as acting. Because in that's going to help you grow and become a better person. I seen somebody had put that on their post on YouTube and saying, you know, I'm doing all this stuff. The Divine Masculine said, please remember that I'm not doing these things to hurt you. I'm doing these things so you can become a better version of you. When I was driving home, that kind of came to me. You know, I had to argue with my Divine Masculine. I was saying in my head, like, who loves who the most? You know, I said, I think I love you more than you love me. And you was talking to him in spirit. And he was like, no, you don't really get it, do you? And I was like, no. He's like, really, I love you more than you love me. And I was like, why do you think that? It was like, because I'm going through all this stuff, you know, choosing to be in this karmic lesson, choosing to, you know, hurt you in the process. That takes a lot of stuff, knowing that how much I do love you. And I was like, whoa. And it's almost just like a parent. Like, well, you know, some parents, they, if you do believe in whoopings, they always tell you, yes, it's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. Whooping you, which is true. I mean, I don't have kids, but, you know, sometimes even the classroom, when I punish them, I'm like, no, you know, you see them get them puppy out eyes are crying, and sometimes I have to put on the act like that. I think, watch them tears don't mean nothing to me, stop it, you know, or whatever. Or, you know, even with your kids, they do something and you punish them saying, go to timeout, you say, but mommy, and they start to crocodile tears and look at it. You really want to say, no, that's all right, just come on, get out the corner. You want a cookie? But, you know, that doesn't really help them to learn their lessons when you're doing that. And so, in some ways, that does take a greater love for them to do that. And I might be appealing to some divine feminine. So it's like, I never thought of it like that. But, you know, that was the conversation that he had was, I would say, through telepathy. And he was like, no, you got it backwards. I love you. It takes a greater love for me to do this to you, to somebody that you love greatly. And for this to happen, is you got it backwards. That's pretty much the gist of it. And I was like, oh, as I was driving, you know what, you do have a point, you know. But at the same time, I said, well, it takes a greater person for me to love you and to let you go and see you go through the situation, and then give you the blessing and say, okay, go on. If that's what you need to learn, go on ahead and learn it. That takes a greater love as well. So that's why I kind of part with him and say, nah, I think we kind of equal on doing that. So that's the same thing like I was saying about the unconditional love, that we kind of got to get in that places of, even if you said deuces, to say, you know, just almost like it's used to say for Reagan, just do it for the Gipper. Just say, I'm doing it for myself. I'm gonna love you from a distance. When I think of you, I'm gonna harbor, you know, good thoughts, positivity. Because again, what I tell you about that infinity sign, like a roller coaster. You throwing that energy over that way, and it's reverting right back and saying, shoot, back to you. So, you know, when you're wishing ill will on him, you know, that energy is out there and loops back around and comes right back to you. That's where the infinity sign comes from. So, you know, that's what I call it, over the rainbow. But then it's like, you know, the over the rainbow is the infinity. You know, that divine sunshine. And I was like, oh, okay. So, you got to keep that in mind, okay? With the divine masculine, goddess of sensuality. Now, when I look at this, I'm thinking about how are you as divine masculine viewing the divine feminine, and then on top of that, how are you as far as in your emotions are comfortable with the skin that you're in. Those are the things. I didn't bring that out. I got to stretch over to get that. Those are the things that you got to kind of work with in finding your divinity, to kind of aspire to go up there, like I said, with the divine masculine, playing on the side of my house with that lift and not getting on it. It's like I'm looking at it, seeing how high I go and trying to see if that's what I actually want to do. But at the same time, you got to stop messing with that lift going up and down and actually get your behind on it. Get that on that assist to get you going up to the high levels, to ascend, to elevate, to go to the next level. So I would say look at your way to how you do that is how you view yourself, essentially your divine feminine, how you viewing them. You know, are you looking at them as enemy of the state? Or are you now looking at them as, you know what, let me put my armor down and really look at her in her divine essence. Before then, I was looking at her saying, okay, she's crazy. She's talking all this spiritual talk. I'm not quite understanding her. I'm not quite ready for her. And many of the divine masculines, to be honest, when you was looking at divine feminines, you know, really in not a good light. Because, you know, just like anybody, you don't understand it. You try to name it, claim it, mold it into something that really, as I said before, like Johnny Crockett, if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. So you just like, it don't fit what I think it is. I can't label it. I can't title it. So I'm going to quit it and just let it go and stop. But right now, where the divine masculine is, we had a lot of heart chakra activation going on, excuse me. A lot of things been opened up in the mind as well too for the divine masculine. So they're kind of ready and at the point to say, I might not know what it is. I'm picking up, they're saying I'm at the point that I'm really kind of admiring what things I'm seeing. I'm seeing them, my divine, really comfortable with the skin that she's in right now. That's something to really admire at this point. That's something that, you know, I might be just right. I'm hearing clear and chase from afar. That's something that I might kind of want to admire at far. I'm seeing her in her power. She's doing some things. And he just looking at her and say, oh my God, look at that creature. She's just so, ooh, just sexy. And to be really sexy doesn't mean also just about the sexuality of having sex. It's just really about the sensuality of just to be in the essence of being feminine and just being comfortable with using that feminine power. Let's look at, I forgot to bring this out. It's so loud. I forgot. Let's look at very quickly what things they have to be. I am going to investigate very quickly if I can. Clear. What things does the divine feminine have to surrender, especially with these cards, in order to get in alignment with these divine energies that you would like to have her to work with? Universe. That's a lot. Can you just, thank you. And the divine masculine. Okay, you can work with that. That's fine. Okay. Okie dokie. So divine feminine, you gotta work on your passion. What are you passionate about? That goes back to what questions would you ask your fortune teller. So you ask your higher self. As far as your dreams, what are the things in which you have to kind of really work with? Surrender to your passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people, activities that ignite your passion, and let it go. Again, like I said, your dreams, whatever it is the unisoul journey. Is it your mission? Is it your purpose? Really get in touch with the surrendering of the passion about that. And then what are you working towards that could use help with? And so you need to kind of really look at seeing, what things on the outside, what people can you go to, resources, things of that nature that can kind of help you to become more passionate about these things that's going on with you. Okay, that goes with that, to get in touch with your energy. And then for the Divine Masculine, you have a lot. You got to surrender to miracles, be open to miracles occurring in your life, feel and know that these events are real, let go of any resistance, and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So, these things that's going on, what you're saying, you're kind of reserving your energies, bringing it back, but you got to be actively working. You are in the spirit, the higher power is working with you, especially with this all tied up thing. Knowing could be the one. So you got to think of maybe some of you all in these karmic situations, which I will investigate very quickly. After this, that'll be a separate video about the miracles. That, it is a way to get out of this situation, okay? Because I always say in any kind of karmic situation or three-party situation that you don't want to be a part of, God always, or the universe puts you in the situation. Automatically, when you're in that situation, there's a window. Automatically. As soon as you get in those things, or when you awaken, you should be looking for exercise. There, window, door. Okay? Those are the things that you should automatically be looking for. And if you're now awakened and you're watching this video, say, I'm looking for options. If I don't get the 3 things to get out of here, it's either you can exit the same way you came in. That's an exit. Or there's a window, something that's not an opportunity that you will most likely will be used to exit out. But there's another kind of way. What I think of like MacGyver, some kind of like action hero kind of stuff, where you look at it and say, okay, I'm going to break this glass, and then I'm going to escape, squeeze my body through this small window over here on the side. So you might have to do some MacGyver kind of stuff to get out the situation. Okay. Or you might have to find yourself finding you, punching the wall, and making you an exit as well out of the situation. Okay. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. I think that's why you're saying right now, you're like, you know what, I'm just surrendering to it. I'm not going to really take any kind of human or 3D powers of myself, the man instead of the divine, to help and guide me and strategize as to how I can get out this situation that you had here. Because you're trying to mend this broken heart. You're working on healing it and bring those pieces together. Although you say, I'm not tied up, but I feel free at the same time. So something about you and the higher power, you all will get to working that out. And then surrender to low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. And yes, some of the divine masters, especially if you're working in this situation with this 3-party situation, depending on what's being said or done on the part of the other karmic feminine, or either the feminine or the situation. Remember, karmic situations could be person, place, or thing. You're really trying to find your way of being success. A lot of things I've been seeing in a lot of these videos they've been throwing out is a lot of being scared of being successful, like scared of being in love, scared of abundance. And so that's one thing, divine masculines, you got to kind of really work on. Okay, let me move on to this one, clear, which is what does the divine feminine wants to say? I'm going to do 3. I heard you. What does the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine. And I'll do that, and I'll clarify by that, and then it's wrap. I'll use that for the other one. Okay, what is the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? Look like you did pull out something, but I gotta see. Thank you. Oh, one more. No, I forgot I said about the universe. What does the universe want to say to these two energies? To the energies. I want to say that's a new one. I seen that on somebody. So I never thought about that, using that. Oh, that's nice. And how does the universe got us back to back that up? Okay, the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So, especially working with this low self-esteem that I'm picking up, just watch the words that you use, you know, because those words can also cause for, you know, things to manifest. So, you know, even when you're speaking to others, even when you're speaking to yourself, because especially with low self-esteem, you know, you have things to kind of keep on saying things to kind of down yourself, you know, this kind of keep on hammering in things, you know, like Jill Scott said, you big dummy, you know, when she's talking about the mistakes that she had made in love growing up. You know, if I could talk to my younger self, to my older self, and it don't have to even be you age 21 and now you age 32 now. It could just really be last week, last month, last year. You know, it's a difference between that. So speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. And so just really make sure, and even when you're speaking even to the divine feminine, she's saying, you know, make sure it's just loving words. Okay. Especially with the divine masculine, you coming from an analytical thing, and so you kind of sizing up, seeing, you know, I'm seeing what it is. I'm just speaking truth because this is what I'm seeing in the 3D world. You know, I'm sizing things up, measuring things up. You know, this is what the equation is, but sometimes, you know, you think so much from that analytical side that you forget to kind of put some emotion in it. Almost like Birdman said, put some respect on it. No, put some emotion on it, because, you know, you're forgetting to put some of the emotionality that needs to go into it, you know, which is really getting in touch with the heart. And sometimes divine masculines, you have a hard time kind of connecting to that, and that is due mainly to society doesn't support you and really get into your mushy gushy side. You know, they always pushing man up, you know, be a man, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, and the divine feminine in our ways, with us, we're trying to tell you, no, you know, really being a man is showing your emotional side. And that's really pretty much what's going to happen now with the new way of love being expressed, of us being the divine unisouls. It's just really, I seen a real nice piece that somebody was saying about how the divine masculine, the new divine masculine is going to look when it's okay. He shows emotions. It's okay for him to be vulnerable. It's okay for him to help others. It's no competition. Things of that nature. So those are the things that she's saying, you know, let's make sure that we both are speaking to me the language of love. With the divine masculine, he has several things that he wants to say to the divine feminine. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. And so this really stems to it starts at home, starts with yourself. Loving the divine masculine too, and then loving people in your inner circle and world. Okay, so that's what it's saying. Learn how to treasure. It's important to love others deeply as well. The divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine, slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. take some time to allow things to unfold. And yes, and so he's just saying slow down. Card said beforehand, you're working too much. And that's funny, he said it's falling in line. You don't want things to fall out of balance. Make sure you got a firm foundation as far as what you're doing. As far as you setting your dreams and your visions and your purpose about what things you want in life. Just kind of keep that in mind. Just like he's like, slow down. I see that some of you are so quick to run out the door and say deuces to the divine master, but then he's saying, you know, just really, it's okay if you're running towards whatever you're running towards to, but make sure that you're really sitting down and laying a firm foundation, and this is truly the path that you want to go into. That's something personal on that level. I can understand that. Romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So he's saying that, you know, some of you all, again, I told you, you're giving deuces to the divine masculine, although you're not wanting to do that in the 3D. But remember, again, we house both energies. And so please keep in mind that you still have to nurture. Again, practicing that unconditional love and that Jesus Christ, that unity consciousness, that Christ consciousness, that you've got to also find a way how to pay attention to your masculine side, how you find that balance, how to romance it, how to find how to love that side of yourself that expresses the masculine, okay? And also he's saying rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental needs to take breaks. Just like what I told you, I came home, especially with these energies, things that we're dealing with. We've got to really find time to really take breaks, okay? Even if it's take a break from the things and not watching YouTubes, it's got to go with this divine unit soul journey. Even if it's saying, okay, I got to come to the point where I just stop. I'm not communication, stop thinking about divine masculine. I need to detach. That's fine. And then just find the things that he's saying. I want you to kind of just find time to do something nice for yourself, to relax. That as well, okay? The universe wants to say to both of you all the following: the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem and back to love, okay? All right, so it's like the universe has got the whole world in his hand. That's what I'm looking at. You got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hands. Okay, so that you right there. So now, how does the universe want you to do that? The only thing that is real is love. Is recognize that that you have chosen fear, and you must choose again, and you must choose love. Okay, that's what the universe wants you to know. And the universe wants you to also know is when you focus on your inner light, you see the world through the lens of love. So let's start refocusing how you're seeing things as well. That's going to help you with the unconditional love. That's going to help you with, I'm seeing jump off the table, the low self-esteem and the goddess of sensuality. And then also the key to prayer is to forget what you think you need, okay? And then also I will add on to that is, and to forget about the expectations. And that might be also what the divine masculine is saying. It's like, I'm going to release, I'm not going to look into no expectations about this stuff. It's right now, let's work on me, get some things, some moving parts, so we can work on mending this heart. Okay, top of my head itching again. All right then, so the next one I'm going to do very quickly is just kind of look into the energies about this this three-party situation that that popped up. I wasn't going to address that, but I see it popped up right there, so I want to address that. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago.